Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing my top 5 favorite drugstore foundations. I've been loving a lot more drugstore foundations lately. I do love high-end foundations for their formulas, for the shade range, for the undertones, and like you get really nice yellow foundations if that's what you're after. And now I feel like it's drugstore, because it's not really called drugstore here in New Zealand, but they're really catching up, you know, they're offering more shades, more varieties. So if you guys want to know what my favorite foundation, well, my favorite drugstore foundations are, then keep watching. Okay, we're not going to do top 5 in the sense that, oh, this one's the one that is the ultimate, because I love various ones for different reasons. I'm just going to show you guys what, I guess, has made my top 5. These are my two e.l.f. foundations. These are in the shade Sand and Caramel, I believe. They're the Flawless Finish foundations. Makeup.co.nz, it's selling for about $17. I think Kmart might be relatively similar. That's where I got it from. Pros, love the packaging. Love that e.l.f. is vegan. Love that it's affordable. I like the way that it is on your skin. It's quite light. It's really good coverage, as you can tell. Like, it looks really nice and creamy. Cons for me with this foundation are shades. Now, are there only 6 shades available, or is that just Kmart New Zealand? Because I was unable to find like a good shade range, so I had to mix my foundations together. I filmed a first impression review on these foundations, so if you guys want to check it out, then I'll put it in my description box. Once I match it to my skin tone, then it does look quite nice. Check out that first impression video if you guys want to know how it looks when you apply it, how I mix it in, things like that. Next up, the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Foundation. I have the shade 310 Sun Beige. I've heard that the, is it matte and poreless one is a lot better than this one. I don't have that one. Only because I was kind of thinking, I do have quite dry skin and sometimes I get like little dry patches. So I went for the Dewy and Smooth. SPF 18, normal to dry. Now this one has an SPF of 15, by the way, so it'd be with flashback. It is normal to dry, and it says hydrates and smooth skin texture, natural luminous finish. I do like this foundation. It's a really nice one. Only thing is I wish it was kind of more yellow. It's more of a lighter consistency than, say, the e.l.f. one. It doesn't really blend into my skin in the sense that it's kind of got more of a pink base as opposed to yellow. That's just what the Maybelline one looks like. I think maybe it's about $22 New Zealand, 20-ish. I'd be interested to try the matte and poreless one, but the only thing, like I said, is the undertones. You know what's funny is before I couldn't use Maybelline products on my skin, like the Fit Me products, and for some reason now I can. The LA Girl Pro Coverage High Definition Longwear Illuminating Foundation. Now, I have filmed a first impression review video on this one as well. Actually, I have on most of these foundations. Oh, by the way, this Maybelline Fit Me one doesn't come with a pump. It's just like this. So if you don't like packaging like that, then be aware that that's what it is. Pros, comes with a pump. It's really nice packaging. It kind of reminds me of the Makeup Forever Ultra HD packaging. Another pro is the amount of shades you get. My goodness, so nice. I think you've also got like a white shade to mix in, and they go quite dark. So if you're after a foundation that has a lot of different shades, check out the LA Girl one. Like I said, I filmed a first impression video on this if you want more details on it. I do really like this because it's nice and creamy. It lasts really well on your face. It sits well on your face. I'm always partial to getting like crease lines around my mouth. Now that's not really the foundation, that's just me getting old. I got the shade GLM 647 Warm Beige, and it doesn't have SPF. You get about 28 mils of this, whereas the Maybelline one you get 30 mils. I never actually checked the mils, to be honest. And the e.l.f. ones you get 20 mils each. Next up we have the L'Oreal Lumi Magique Light Infusing Foundation. Flawless skin as if lit from within. It's got liquid light technology, and this is in the shade DW6. Now, as you can tell, this has been loved. This has been used. This has been a lot. Okay, pros. It's got a pump. Cute packaging. It's like rose gold, actually. I think this is the nicest, I guess, put more effort in packaging. This is probably also the most expensive one. If you bought it in store, it might, in New Zealand, it might even be like $40 or something, like 44. Whoops. So that's a con in New Zealand. I think it's probably a lot cheaper overseas. This one's more of the lighter consistencies out of everything. It's more of a thinner foundation, I guess light to medium, similar to a BB cream but with a bit more coverage. I did love using that one. I used to wear it every day that I'd be wearing makeup, like if I was going to work. I like that it kind of leaves you a more dewy, luminous kind of finish. So here's the thing. The other ones aren't really dewy or luminous or anything at all, besides the Maybelline Fit Me one. that is more of a dewy finish. But at the same time, I kind of mattify all of my foundations with a setting powder because I want it to last throughout the day. I have probably used this one the most out of all of my foundations. Like, as you can tell, it's probably like down to here. I went through this. I do really like it. This is kind of like a subtle, I didn't even know it was in the running for my top 5 until I realized I was reaching for it a lot more. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Concealer Foundation. I have the shade 06 Sand Beige. This is a concealer and a foundation, so it's really medium to full coverage, like it's thick. It's not like the Marc Jacobs Remarkable foundation, because legit, that's probably like the most full coverage foundation that I've ever seen. This is medium to full. This is the only foundation that I'm wearing today. And then I realized, I'm like, damn, this is a good one. Now, with all of these foundations, I prefer to use a beauty blender or a sponge. It just applies makeup really well. Dab it on like that. Make sure you dampen your sponge. You squeeze out all of the water. Squeeze it between the paper towel so it takes out a lot of the water so it's not dripping wet. And then you just kind of apply your makeup and it gives you a really nice finish. Pros and cons. Pros, price point, I think this one's about $20. The LA Girl I got for about $15. I think it was on sale, but I think it should probably be around $17 to $20. Pretty much they're all around that same price point besides this one, which was a bit more expensive. Medium to full coverage, lightweight, oil-free formula, long-wearing, water-resistant, and sweat-proof. I know that they've come out with a lot more colors, so that's really nice. Also, it's nice and yellow. Like, this is a really good foundation for the undertones, and if you have yellow in your skin tone like I do, then you know it's really important that you find one that matches that. Otherwise you look kind of grey, you look really ashy. It doesn't have SPF, and it also has a pump, so it's a really thick foundation. It is thick. Now, loving this foundation, would definitely recommend you guys to try it out. And the only other thing is that it's in a glass bottle. I think they're all in glass bottles besides this one. This one's in plastic. I guess traveling wise, LA Girl will probably be a bit better. Now, in between all of these foundations, if I had to pick one that was my favorite, even though this wasn't meant to be like a top 5 favorite in that respect, probably currently right now would have to be my Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. So highly recommend if you wanted to try one out, try out the Milani one. Let me know what you guys think, especially if you love medium to full coverage foundations. That's pretty much the end of the video. Let me know what your favorite drugstore foundation is down in the comments. I'd love to know. Unfortunately, here in New Zealand, I feel like we are, actually I don't feel like, I know, we are really behind. So all the foundations like the L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation and all of these new ones that come out, we don't actually get them over here unless we buy them online and ship it over somehow. We don't actually get all of the updated foundations, unfortunately, but that's just how it is. If you guys have tried any of these ones, then let me know what your thoughts are, and that's about it. Also, if you have any requests, then leave them down in the comments, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I upload new videos every single week. By the way, my lip color is Essence Lip Liner in Soft Berry, and the Kylie Cosmetics Liquid Lipstick in Dolce K. So that's what I'm wearing. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. I wish that my hair was kind of like this. Dun dun dun. Another price point.